Hello, and welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. If you're hearing this, you must be the new night guard. Either that, or you're trespassing. Now, assuming you are the new night guard, you would normally receive an unpaid greeting on the job from your supervisor. Unfortunately, they are busy pulling a company-mandated triple shift after allowing trespassers into the building during their last shift. Sleep deprivation is no excuse for slacking, after all. Freddy Fazbear's Entertainment is ahead of the pay curve and pays its workers a modest below minimum wage rate. And we expect you to earn every single cent. On the desk before you, you will find a list of tasks to complete during your shift. You can expect to complete these tasks every shift, with additional tasks added as needed. Speaking of, please do not forget to let the cleaners in prior to clocking out in the morning. Now, we know you are excited to start your work, but hold on for just a little while longer. We have a short video we want you to watch regarding the trespassers mentioned previously. This should give you the legally required on-the-job training, as we at Freddy Fazbear's know that your expertise begins and ends with your GED. One moment as we play the tape. My apologies, it seems the video has no audio. Or video for that matter. But not to worry, Freddy Fazbear's employs many talented individuals. As such, I will narrate the video to you. Ahem. Tim had always hated places that were supposed to be happy. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza loomed in front of them, its mascot sign flickering like it was struggling to stay alive. Freddy's wide, cartoon grin glitched in and out of darkness, his eyes briefly going back before lighting up again. "This is a terrible idea," Janari muttered, shoving his hands into his jacket pockets. David grinned, already forcing the side door open. "You say that about every good idea." Kim didn't laugh. The moment her foot crossed the threshold, a deep sense of unease settled into her chest, like the building itself had noticed them. The door slammed behind them. The air inside was stale. Old pizza grease, dust, with hints of something metallic underneath. The dining area was frozen in time. Party hats lay crushed on tables, the balloons sagging like they had given up, barely held aloft by whatever breath still lay within. The stage lights were off, but the silhouettes of the animatronics were still visible. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and, of course, Foxy. The way they were standing, the way their heads were angled, was as if they were watching, waiting. "Okay," David said more quietly now. "That's creepier than I expected, but, you know, they're just animatronics." Kim's flashlight flickered as she swept it across the room. For a split second, she could have sworn Freddy's head was tilted towards them more than it was. She blinked, and it was straight again. Then, a sound. A soft, delicate melody drifting through the building. Janari froze. "Tell me, that's not what I think it is." Kim's stomach dropped through the floor. The music box." The tune was slow and warped, like it was being played underwater. Each note echoed from somewhere deeper in the building. The prize counter. "It's not supposed to play on its own, right?" David said, his voice shaking with fear. The music suddenly sped up. A security monitor burst to life, static screaming before cutting to a grainy feed of the prize counter. A tall, thin figure standing in the corner, rising up from a striped box. The puppet. Its white mask stared directly into the camera, purple tear tracks glowing faintly. The music box began to unwind even faster. "No," Janari said. "We are not staying for that." Stage lights snapped on. Music crackled from broken speakers. An off-key children's song layered horribly with the music box's tune. Freddy's head rotated with a loud, mechanical groan. Bonnie's jaw twitched. Chica's eyes rolled into place. Foxy's head tilted towards them. "Run!" Kim screamed. They sprinted down the hallway toward the security office as the music box screeched behind them, the melody collapsing into discord. Foxy's disordered laughter echoing through the darkness, syncing perfectly with the frantic chime of the box. The office door barely held as David slammed it shut. Kim shoved a chair under the handle while Janari leaned against the wall, gasping for air. The music box was louder now. Louder, closer, too close. On the monitor, the prize corner camera showed the puppet no longer in its box. The camera switched. Hallway. The puppet floated towards the office, strings trailing behind it like veins. Freddy appeared on another screen, standing still, waiting, watching. The music box slowed down. "Why is it slowing?" Kim whispered. Janari shook his head. "That's bad. That's really bad." Freddy's mouth opened on the monitor. Instead of a horrific, metallic screeching, a child's voice was instead heard.
"Why did you leave us?"
Kim backed away. "We didn't!" The puppet's face suddenly filled the screen inches from the camera. "Protect the children." The power died. The music box stopped. Silence. Something scraped gently against the office door. Then, flick. Kim's flashlight flicked on. The door was still closed, the monitors dark. David, perhaps trying to show bravery, laughed. "See? False alarm. Probably some automated..." A soft music box note chimed behind them. Kim turned. Janari was gone. Black and white stripes slid slowly back into the shadows. The chair was dragged away from the door by unseen hands. The door creaked open. Freddy stood there, towering, his suit split at the seams. Inside the darkness of his chest, something pale twitched. Janari's voice whispered from within. "Kim, it hurts." David ran. His footsteps echoed down the hall, chased by the sudden restart of the music box. Fast, desperate, panicked. A scream let out for a half moment before it was abruptly cut off. The Freddy suit stepped closer. The puppet floated in behind him, its empty eyes fixed on Kim. I'm sorry," Kim sobbed. The puppet tilted its head as the lights snapped on, and Kim was gone. The next morning, police found the building silent. The music box played endlessly at the prize counter. The animatronics stood neatly on stage, and Freddy Fazbear smiled just a little wider. And the puppets watched over them all, waiting for the next children who needed protecting. As you can see, we take security very seriously. The alternative is rather unpleasant. Good luck with the rest of your shift, and remember to let the cleaners in before clocking out. They still haven't quite finished cleaning up after the incident. Work hard, stay out of the way, and you should be able to avoid being the next mess that needs cleaning. Good luck.